What's up, all? Big Pimpin, Big Boss Bobby, coming at you from 4thKiTV, Sports TV, continuing our mock draft, picks 11 through 20. We're going to jump right on into it with the Houston Texans. The Big Boss Bobby took this guy pretty early, but I'm going to go on ahead and say they need some defensive help in that defensive end there, and they're going to go with Robert Quinn out of UNC. And I think that'll help them out. They'll have him and Mario Williams. They're going to lead the league, possibly. Sacks. Good pick up there. Youth and speed. What do you think?
Definitely. I agree. Defensive end. And I'm going with Eldon Smith out of Missouri.
Good pick. Good pick to go with Mario Williams, huh? Okay. Well, then we'll move on to the Minnesota Vikings here. And I got another sleeper here in this draft, another defensive player. I'm going to go with Cam Jordan out of Cal. Supersized defensive end. Could possibly grow into a defensive tackle. It's a good pick for them. Minnesota, they got some, they got Jared Allen there. Their line's getting old. You got both the Williams there. They might not be there. Like I said, he possibly could grow into D tackle in the future. We'll see. What do you think for Minnesota?
Couldn't have said it better myself. Cam Jordan, I believe he's a top 10 pick also. I mean, he's got the genes too.
Possibility.
His dad played football for a while too.
Minnesota likes that D line and them D sacks. Now we move on to the hometown team, the Detroit Lions. What to do there?
Here we go.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I think the Lions are going to desperately try to trade down in this draft because they could take for an offensive tackle. But if they're stuck with taking this pick right now with Tyron Smith off of the board, if they don't move down, I'm going to go on ahead and say they're going to shock everybody and take Jimmy Smith. But I do believe they're going to try to trade down and take the best available offensive lineman at the position of where they can get more picks in the draft.
I believe they're not going to take Jimmy Smith because of his character issues. They've been well documented.
Big physical corner, the best one available.
Yeah, he probably is at that point, but
on my draft board at least.
I'm gonna go with Akamora.
Of course, yeah, I got him gone.
How can you pass him up?
If he was there, I'd be happy. It'd be a victory for the Detroit Lions, but I just don't see that happening.
He's a shutdown corner too.
Shutdown. If he's there, we're happy. We're moving on to St. Louis at 14, and their hearts are pretty broken because they lost out on Julio Jones, who they desperately wanted, and they wanted help for Sam Bradford. But I'm gonna go on ahead and say they're gonna take another defensive end there, J.J. Watt out of Wisconsin. Big fella, speed, once again possible D tackle. You could probably play him in the 3 technique, but not necessarily sure. They got Chris Long a couple years ago, shore up the best defensive player at that point available.
Yeah, I like that guy too, but I'm going with another Big Ten player, Corey Legit from Illinois.
Okay.
Defensive tackle.
That possibility too. You can't go wrong either or. 15 at Miami, I think, is a no-brainer for me. The Miami Dolphins. I'm going to go on ahead and think that this is just for sure pick. That Mark Ingram. They're going to take the best running back available. Wow. They're not sure what's going on with Ricky Williams, if he's going to stay in the league, or what's going on with Ronnie Brown at this point. I think Mark Ingram to Miami is written if he's still on that board.
Yeah, a lot of questions about Ingram, but he does have the talent. We've seen that before. But I'm going with Mike Pouncey. Center.
Good pick. Center guard.
And the Dolphins have history of taking great centers.
Yeah,
Dwight Stevenson.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a possibility. But, that running back situation they do have too. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll move on to Jacksonville, another Florida team. This is another surprise pick for me. This is a possible steal in this draft. I want to believe that they were one of the lowest in the league last year in sacks, so possible steal of the draft. Daquan Bowers. Some people had him going top 5 earlier. They get a Daquan Bowers at 16? So that's a steal for them. I'm going to go with Daquan Bowers, best overall player in the draft available at this point in the draft. It's a steal at this point. They're happy.
Big question about that guy and his injury, though.
Surgery. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of teams are careful about him. But I'm going with J.J. Watt there.
Okay.
I really like his size, his length.
Yeah, I have power.
He makes a lot of plays, a lot of deflections in college.
I agree. That's why I had him going up for St. Louis there. I mean, the best player available at that time without injury. We'll move on to the next pick over at 17. It's going to be the New England Patriots. And this is where I have Mike Pouncey going. The rich get richer. Guard/center. Don't even really need them. They have an older line. They can just groom them. They have too many picks. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to trade down in the draft and acquire more picks, but the rich get richer.
New England always needs defense. Defense wins championships, and I'm going with Akeem Ayers from UCLA.
Outside linebacker. I like him. Possible speed. That could work well there. They have older
He runs sub
linebackers.
4.5.
No, he's good. He's a good pick. Okay, we'll move on to the San Diego Chargers. One of my favorite teams. I got here, not San Diego Chargers. Sean Merriman, question mark. I don't know what his future is going to be. Yeah, this is my pick, is Aldon Smith. DN out of Missouri, could play the Lamar Woodley type role there. I think that's a great pick available at this point in the draft. I had him slipping this far. Instantly helped that defense again. We know that their offense is good, so defensive help's a must there, in my opinion.
I'm going with a guy that we saw many times in the Big Ten, Ryan Kerrigan. This guy's
Purdue, stud,
great pass rusher,
non-stop motor.
He does it all.
Yeah, 4 sacks against Michigan.
And the Chargers have a history of picking really good picks in the first few rounds.
Oh yeah, okay.
So he's got a chance to start.
So we
next
both
year.
agree defensive end there.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's move on to number 19, New York Giants. Once again, they have an old offensive line, so I'm going to go with sleeper pick there, kind of a hometown guy. I'm going to go with Anthony Costanzo out of Rutgers, offensive tackle, pure left tackle. So they can groom him. They could put him at right tackle for the first year or two, get him acquainted, then move him on over to Eli's blind side. I think it's a good pick. People in New York will be happy. Add to the offensive line.
I'm going defense here. I'm going with your boy DeQuan Bowers. You say he's the best player in the draft. I think the Giants can spend a pick.
If he falls that far in the draft, it is a steal there. But they also have so many defensive ends it'd be tough.
But they're always hurt.
The best player, you take the rules. You take the best player in the draft. Supposedly, that'd be a great pick if he fell there. Well, we're going to close out at the second round here with the pick 20 with Tampa Bay here, and here's my guy, my Big Ten guy. I'm going with Ryan Kerrigan here. They took 2 defensive tackles last year. Now they get Ryan Kerrigan. They're going to beef up that line. Big motor guys. The big motor guy, Ryan Kerrigan, with Gerald McCoy, Ryan Kerrigan along that defensive line they're trying to build up. It's a must-need for Tampa Bay.
I'm going to go with the defensive tackle there, Mohammed Wilkerson from Temple.
Like him. He's a good pick there, but they did take 2 last year, but they could try to go with. They could just.
But like I said, you can never have enough
D tackles.
Oh
yeah. Okay.
And I think he's the best available player on the board.
Okay, I agree with you. Well, this is Big Pimpin', Big Boss Bobby, coming at you. We'll be right back with picks 21 through 32 to complete our 2011 mock draft. Peace.